Listen up, young people, because I'm about to save you a pile of money this high in divorce court. Okay? So, the topic of today's video blog that makes you smarter is why people in the entertainment industry should marry accountants. I tried to explain this to Adam Hunter on his MMA Roasted podcast today, but he did not want to hear it because he was highly interested in the young lady who was also on his show, who's a professional athlete. But the fact of the matter is that this whole idea of common interest is highly overrated. In fact, being compatible doesn't mean you have the same goals and the same interest. It means that the goals and interests you have fit together. And having the same career or the same interest can actually be a bad thing. Let me give you an example. So, say Adam wants to go and do this gig in New York City because he's a comedian, he's got a show there, and say he's dating somebody who's a professional athlete and she's got an event coming up, so she has to have a training camp in Las Vegas. Well, let's say you have children. Usually people get married, have children. That's one of the reasons for getting married. Who's going to watch those children? As Margaret Mead said, people don't have children to have a nanny raise them 12 hours a day. Now, one of you has to give up what you want. And that's going to be pretty tough because whoever gives it up is going to be really unhappy. They're not going to have their career, they're not going to be doing what they want to do, and they would have to be almost superhuman not to take that out on you. And then you, on the other hand, you're getting ahead in your entertainment career while your unhappy spouse is at home and you're kind of leaving them behind. So it's not sounding like a really happy family here, is it? So let's say instead you married an accountant. Doesn't have to be an accountant, could be a teacher or a software developer, somebody who has a 9 to 5 job. That person, like I said, accountant, because you have to be fairly smart to be an accountant, right? They like their job. I mean, it's not my deal, but my accountant really likes it. She'll say things when we get a new state that we're selling games in, like Delaware, like, oh, I get to do sales tax for Delaware this year. Now, get to is not the phrase I would use in that sentence, but apparently it works for her. So they're happy at their job. They've got insurance, probably, which is something you often don't get at the beginning if you're in the entertainment industry. They've got vacation and 401k, and a lot of those things maybe you don't have. At the same time, they like what they're doing. And if your hypothetical child gets sick on a Thursday and you're in New York doing that gig, your accountant slash teacher slash software developer spouse can go to the school and pick them up and bring them home. Now, I've been married. This is why you should listen to me. I have done that till death to us part thing twice now. I was married for 10 years. My husband passed away, and then I've been married again for 18 years. And having someone who is really smart, who loves our kids just as much as I do, and is there when I'm not there is a wonderful thing. And it should not be underestimated. So, yep, there's a whole bunch of reasons, but I'm telling you, marry an accountant.